kind of knew that Ron DeSantis was running. We just didn't know when. He's been pretty coy about it. He said, I'm not even really in the race. I'm not a real candidate. Whenever anyone brings up the polls showing Trump being ahead of him, well, now it's real. Now he's running against Donald Trump. So all these attacks that Donald Trump has been levying at Ron DeSantis, now we're going to see how Ron DeSantis is going to respond. But his opening statement, his pitch to the American people saying, listen, I'm running for president. I want your vote. And here's why. It was quite something. Take a listen to this.
Well, I am running for president of the United States to lead our great American comeback. Look, we know our country's going in the wrong direction. We see it with our eyes and we feel it in our bones. Our southern borders collapse. Drugs are pouring into the country. Our cities are being hollowed out by spiking crime. The federal government's making it harder for the average family to make ends meet and to attain and maintain a middle-class lifestyle. And our president, well, he lacks vigor, flounders in the face of our nation's challenges, and he takes his cues from the woke mob. I don't think it has to be this way. American decline is not inevitable. It is a choice. And we should choose a new direction, a path that will lead to American revitalization. We must restore sanity to our nation. This means embracing fiscal and economic sanity. Stop pricing hardworking Americans out of a good standard of living through inflationary borrow, print, and spending policies. And please embrace American energy independence. This also means replacing the woke mind virus with reality, facts, and enduring principles. Merit must trump identity politics. We must return normalcy to our communities. America's a sovereign country. Our borders must be respected. We cannot have foreigners pouring into our country illegally by the millions. We cannot allow drug cartels to poison our population with fentanyl. Public deserves safe communities, and law and order must be maintained in American cities. We can't have inmates running the asylum, and we must reject attacks on the men and women of law enforcement. We also must reestablish integrity in our institutions. This includes the military. I'm proud to be a Navy veteran, an Iraq veteran, and I revere our services. But when revered institutions like those in our military are more concerned with matters not central to the mission, whether it's global warming or gender ideology and pronouns, morale declines and recruiting suffers. And you need to eliminate these distractions, and we need to get focused on the core mission. We also cannot have true constitutional government if the most significant issues are decided by the whims of unelected bureaucrats rather than the people's elected representatives. Reestablishing integrity in our institutions means we must reinvigorate our constitutional system by returning the government to its rightful owners, we the people. No social or economic transformation without representation. Truth needs to be our foundation. Common sense can no longer be an uncommon virtue. And in Florida, we proved it could be done. We chose facts over fear, education over indoctrination, law and order over rioting and disorder. We held the line.
I mean, that's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. I know the criticism from even some people on the right was that it was very scripted. It wasn't off the cuff. And here's what I will say. There is a little bit of an incongruency when you're on a Twitter space, because a Twitter space is supposed to be like a bunch of people just sitting around talking. It's a very casual setting. That being said, a presidential announcement, when you're announcing that you're running for president, actually shouldn't be a casual announcement. It should be something that you've put a lot of time and a lot of thought and a lot of effort and preparation into preparing exactly what you want to offer to the American people. So again, you can criticize the nuances of how the announcement went, but my biggest criticism with it was that there was no video.